Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Fiery Zack Attack here for Reflection Archive number 2. Yes. Um I just said it yesterday that it's time to get back in action. Reflect on shoutouts number 51 to 100. Just look back on those 50 great people. It's the Thanksgiving week. So perfect time to just think about how thankful I am for all these people. Or places in the case of two of the shoutouts. But yeah, so this is actually interesting because last time when I made the shoutout archive, I kind of just like went off the top of my head. I didn't even remember what videos the shoutouts were from. But this time I took notes, so I have like notes about everything. I even have some statistics. So yeah, being all professional for once. So the first thing I wanted to say is all 100 of these shoutouts have taken place in 30 videos. So that's pretty insane. It means that I've had an average of 3 to 4 shoutouts per video. So like, I've done 30 videos where I've given away shoutouts. That's pretty crazy. And I've made 100 shoutouts in those videos. So I give away a lot more than one at a time sometimes. And then just looking back at my old reflection archive, it was from May 5th to August 31st, 2014. And there were 18 videos total within that archive. Obviously 50 single shoutouts. Then this archive only has 13 videos. So we did 50 people with even less videos this time. It was from August 31st to November 23rd. And we had 16 repeat shoutouts from the first archive and 34 all new shoutouts, for a grand total of 16 double shoutouts and 84 single shoutouts through the history of the game. So actually, we haven't shouted out 100 separate people or places in the case of like some of them, but yeah, we haven't shouted out 100 different things, but we have shouted out 100 things total. But some of them are repeats, which we will get to very quick here as we jump in to the videos. Now you're probably wondering why 13 and 18, because they add up to 31, and I said there's 30 videos. Well, the thing is, shoutouts 50, 51, and 52 were actually all in the same video, but only 50 was covered in the last reflection archive. So we're starting right back there again. Man, but the thing is though, these 13 videos, they cover a lot of different moods. Like, we have everything from being in a graveyard to worshiping in my bed to making up completely obscure parodies. One is about homecoming, and the other one's about a youth group, which are complete opposites. You have a video where I'm just naming a ton of people for shoutouts for homecoming. And then you have me at a volleyball game outside the school building. I mean, and then you have me in the woods, like going all emotional. Like, there's a ton of good stuff in these 13 videos, and it's just like, it's been a great 2 months of filming. Really glad to put all this stuff out there. And I think with that, it's enough foreplay. Let's jump right in to the graveyard shift. Yeah, kind of sucks that we have to start depressing, but the first shout out. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cut real quick. All right, guys, I'm back, and you guys should see now that there's a picture on the screen of our 51st shout out ever, Keely Kraus. Yes, I decided I'm going to do this new picture display thing to make everything more snazzy and everything like that. But, yeah, Keely. You know, the thing about Keely is I actually didn't know her at all. Like, I couldn't even tell you who she was when I shouted her out. I just heard that her sister died, and I knew she was in my class, so I was like, you know what, just going to show the support and everything. But it's actually really cool, because I have had Keely in my physics class this year, and I've gotten to know her a little better, and she's just she's the sweetest girl ever. So glad I'm getting to know her. And we were in like a group once for like, yeah, and she's nominated me for physics awards, and I nominated her for physics awards. So all the physics awards, yay. It's pretty cool. Next up we have 52, Randy Travis from the same video. Now he's the guy that sang Will the Circle Be Unbroken, the song I covered in the graveyard. And yeah, I really have no other information about Randy Travis. I just shouted him out because why not? So, moving along to video number 2 out of 13. So this was the first one like that was all new, because this one, remember, the There was another shout out in the Graveyard Shift video that was covered in the last archive, because number 50 was also from the Graveyard. But this is the first video that's actually of this new set, and it started with Shine, as I titled the video, and I really love that video, because the actual final cut of the video doesn't have me singing a single lyric, because I mean I did sing out there, but it was so off sync and everything that I just decided to put the backing track in, and then just speak from the heart, and it was just such a genuine, beautiful video. Being at Lowell Park, a place that I know and love, and it's so great to be out there. The shoutouts I gave were two of the greatest too. I've been dying to give these guys double shoutouts, but I couldn't because they were in the 50. But yeah, I really wanted to give these guys other shoutouts because I've done so much with them lately. First off, we got Vince Dempsey, number 53. Now this guy, when I was a freshman at North, he was there for me. I had no friends coming in at freshman year, but he was the first guy that ever really talked to me at lunch. When he'd sit by me every day. When he graduated last year, it was so sad, and I love the guy to pieces. We went sledding a couple days ago. It was a blast, and I just love Vince so much, and he's the best cowboy the world has ever seen. Next up, we got Taylor. Now, Taylor Poplowski is a very amazing girl. The interesting thing about Taylor is, in that video, I invited people to Epic, and when she saw the video, she eventually, it planted a seed in her head, and eventually she decided to come to Epic, and now she comes to Epic, and she likes it, and she loves it, and I'm just so happy, because, man, she has so much potential. She's finally breaking out of her shell more. She's just really grown into confidence, growing into happiness. It's amazing, and I love Taylor so much. Just glad that she's a friend of mine. So next up, we have my Listen to Your Heart video. I feel like this is actually one of the less watched videos of this list. Because some of these have a lot of views, some of them don't have as many. Listen to Your Heart actually does not have that many views on it, but it is special because it's the first video I ever gave a double shout out in. First of all, though, I gave a single shout out, and that was to my friend Michaela Olson from Epic, and me and her had just been talking more recently when I made the video. I'm actually not even sure when exactly this was, but it was... Oh, I think it was during the Rescue and Restore series at Epic. Yeah, that was a really good series. Yeah, come on down. That would have been such a good time for you guys to come on down, but there's still good times. This month they're doing a series called Jesus is Bae, so that should be really interesting. If you want to get some comedy, I'm sure it'll be a blast. But anyways, yeah, Michaela and me, we always hug and stuff. It's a blast. I love her to pieces. But now, our first ever double shout out ever. Now, this was a big deal, and it went to my friend Rachel Breyer. Now, oh my gosh, I love Rachel so much. And the thing is, I never saw her since camp, but I remember on that very day, I was thinking about her in church, and then 10 seconds later, she just showed up across the room, and it was like a hug, warm embrace. Oh my gosh. Man, Rachel is just such an amazing person, like God in her heart. It's so inspiring, and I'm just so glad I got to know her. I actually saw her again today, so that was really convenient. Yeah, she's just so amazing. I'm glad to call her the first double shout-out of all time, because she really deserves it, and she's just so special. Yeah, glad I know her. But she's in college, but she's gonna be home. She told me she's gonna be home all January. So it's gonna be such a good month. Usually January is so boring for me, because Survivor's not on, but I don't care about Survivor anymore. So, yeah, I can just hang out with Rachel, all the Epic folks. It's gonna be amazing. Yes. Anyways, video number 4 is my Homecoming parody. Now, this is the first parody I ever did. It was a Drops to Jupiter parody, and it went something like, tell me who you gonna ask and why. You gotta be creative and fly to win their pure heart over before someone else blows your cover. Tell me, are you really gonna waste the night? It only happens 4 times of life, so will you miss this chance to meet your one true la 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 la. Yeah. Sorry, my cat just popped in here. But anyways, yeah, oh man, it was good to relive that parody for a second there. But yeah, it was a really fun parody to do. But I actually had that planned I think I just planned it all the same night I made the video. It was just a really spontaneous. But the shout out to the video, when we had Emma Abraham, Now, granted, I actually wasn't gonna shout Emma out, but I saw a picture of her with some guy in a banana suit on Instagram that day, so I was like, you know what, um, this is too good material to pass up. So I put the guy in the banana suit in the video that asked her to homecoming, and yeah, but Emma's awesome herself. I'm in physics class with her too. She's one of the nicest girls ever, like Keely. She's on the dance team, and she's really sweet. I'm glad I know her too. Then the other two shout outs to that video, Scotty Schmidt and Kyle Carver. Both of them were like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna go to homecoming." Now Scotty actually took my advice in the video, and he asked Jenna Belt out. And Jenna Belt, you guys don't know who she is, but she might get a shout out sometime. But yeah, so Scotty Schmidt asked her out, so he took my advice. And Kyle Carver, man, I love Kyle Carver so much. I'm in marketing class with him right now. His personality is just golden. Like, he just always brings such an enlightening atmosphere to the classroom. Like, he's the best black guy I've ever known. Just like I said in the video, he's really such a great guy. All right, so this next group of 13 shoutouts was all in one video. This video was really not about singing at all. It was my homecoming court endorsements for 2014. So basically, I said who I at the time thought were the top 12 senior candidates to be in homecoming court 2014 at my school. And then the 13th shout out, we'll get to them in a second, in a bit. But I'm just gonna steamroll through all these. There are 4 double shout outs within this, which I will note. And the first one is a double shout out. It is Marin Litchi. Obviously, I think she was robbed that she was not the queen. I think she was in court, but yeah, man, Marin, so robbed. She should have been the homecoming queen, man. Oh man, I cannot believe she didn't get a part. She's just the sweetest girl ever, and oh man, I love Marin so much. She's amazing. And then we have number 61, Kirsten Gifford. Now, I gotta be honest, I haven't talked to Kirsten in a long time. And the thing is, whenever she passes me in the hallway, like, she just gives, like, an awkward smile. Like, I'll say hi, Kirsten, and she'll be like, I can't even tell if she, like, hates me now because I gave her a shout out. I don't know. Hopefully not. But yeah, I love Kirsten still. She's actually a double shout out, too, because I gave her a shout out that one other time. So it's really awesome that I have in my life. I just wish I talked to her more. Next up, we have 62, Faith Rosenwald. For her, I actually know nothing about her still. I just thought she had good grades, which is basically the only reason I shouted her out before. But yeah, I don't think I've ever actually had a conversation with her. And she still hasn't accepted my Facebook request. So anger. Much anger. Yeah. I'm going to replace you next time I do one of these, Faith. But whatever. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Faith's probably an awesome person. I just wish I knew her better. 63 is Molly Winters. Now, Molly is amazing. It's actually kind of funny, because when I made the Reflection Archive, I actually did not know Molly was the captain of the dance team. And I said she was a great dancer. And then I found out afterwards that she was on the dance team, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. But yeah, since Molly's she's still such a sweet person. Obviously, I don't see her as much. Like I said about all these seniors when I made the video, most of these were just coming off of my impressions of them based on what I did know, because I didn't know that much. And yeah, Molly, what I know of her is that she's just one of the sweetest people, and I'm glad I know her, even if it is only a little bit. Next up, we have Liz Casiata. Now, Liz, I want to say congratulations because she had her baby a couple days or weeks or something ago. Yeah, she's been out of AP chemistry class, which me and her always we always work together in labs and stuff in that class. So it is kind of weird not having a lab partner in there, but. Yeah, I'm so glad for Liz that she had her. I think it was. I don't know if it was a son or a daughter. I probably should know this because we're supposed to be friends and stuff. But yeah, I'm terrible at stuff like that. But anyways, I'm just so happy for Liz, and yeah, she's an awesome person. She was my first introduction to North, so accordingly, so she should be on the shout out archive. So. Anyways, next up we have 65, Caitlin Collar. Caitlin is a girl from Epic. She goes to my school as well. She has awesome red hair. Actually, I think she might have dyed it black or something, but she used to have red hair. And yeah, her hair is awesome. And she's really nice, kind. Yeah, we don't talk that much, but when we did talk a little more, it was fun. I remember I played ball with her brother at the park one time, so that was awesome. Next up we have another double shout out. It is Kyle Peterson. Now he was the first shout out I ever gave, so obviously he's gonna be in my top 12 seniors when I made that video. And yeah, Kyle's, again, I don't talk to him that much because he's a senior and I don't see seniors around that much at school. But I do love the guy. I will always love the guy. And ultimately, just Kyle's, I mean, his face is just like model. I don't even know where that came from, but yeah, something about his face. I don't know. Anyways, number 67, Nick Aho. Now, Aho is a great guy. I feel like I'm saying that about everybody, though. I kind of need to think of something more creative. I said he was a great dancer last time I talked about him. He's dating Marin. I still ship that couple to pieces. I think they're still dating. If they're not dating, this is awkward, but hopefully they're still dating. And, one time in psychology class, my teacher showed a picture of him tripping over himself, so that was funny, I guess. Yeah, random tidbits. Anyways, we have Ian Kosak next. It was his birthday a few days ago, so happy birthday late to Ian. And yeah, I think he's captain of the football team, so that's pretty awesome. I love Ian. I don't know him that well, again, but he's awesome. Next up, we have Brandon Polson. Now, Brandon, I want to say congratulations, because I think Brandon just got the lead role for the musical, which, by the way, I actually got into the musical, and I'm going to be enjoying that over the next couple of months. Maybe sing a couple musical songs in these videos, who knows. I'm definitely going to shout out some more people from the crew, too. I'm excited about that, for sure. But yeah, Brandon is, I'm pretty sure he got the lead role. I'm not 100% on that, but I think that's what I saw on the sheet. So congrats to him, and I just am really excited to work with him and all the other drama crew on this production, because I think it's going to be an awesome one. Next up, we have 70, Chris Lemke. Now, Lemke is really a guy that a lot of people take for granted. Wait. Never mind. Okay. Chris Lemke. So, after I gave him the shout out, he actually messaged me on Facebook or something, and he was like, dude, that meant a lot, and something like that. I don't even remember what he said, but it was awesome, and I just, I really love Chris, because he's such a grateful person. He's such a hipster, but in a good way. He's like that. I'm not even sure how to explain it. I remember I saw him at a soccer game once, though, and that was awesome. So he has school spirit and everything. Yeah, I love Chris. Next up, we have 71, Isaiah Holtz. Now, Isaiah is actually really interesting, because when I shouted him out, I was kind of just like, yeah, and Isaiah Holtz, too, because why not? But, yeah, Isaiah, I've actually talked to him a little more at homecoming. We actually had a blast together, hanging out with Noe. We took some crazy pictures. Since then, we talked on Facebook a little more, cracked a couple jokes. It's a lot of fun. Love the dude. And finally, alright guys, sorry I cut there. My iPad actually ran out of space, so I had to go delete some stuff to make room for the rest of this. But anyways, we're back. Number 72 is where we were going, the 13th shout out from that video. It is one of my favorite singers ever, Haley Arancia from X Factor a while ago. And the reason I gave her a shout out was because during the video I sang this song called 4 More Years that she wrote. And basically what the song's about is it's about how it feels to leave high school after senior year, and all the good memories that you're gonna have and everything you're leaving behind. It's kind of a sad song, but at the same time it's reminiscing over all the good stuff, kind of like this Reflection Archive. So it's pretty awesome. I'm glad I gave a shout out to Haley. And with that, we move on to the 6th video. Now this is actually probably the least watched video of the set, but it's the video with the 3 biggest shout outs, because it was my 3 best friends, I think. So this video was where I sang Price Tag and Breaking Free, and in the video I gave a shout out first to my friend Jeff De La Cadena. He's my online friend from California. We've been friends for about 4 years, about to hit 5, coming up soon, and it's pretty crazy how long we stayed connected. Obviously, people say that online friendships are bullshit, but I swore, are BS. I don't even know. Whatever. I swore. Whatever. We'll get over it. But anyways, yeah, I love Silly. I mean, Silly Ninja 2000 is his online name, just to clarify. But yeah, Jeff, Silly, whatever you want to call him, he's my best friend. We still talk all the time. He just got some Pokemon game, and he's having a blast with it. So, I love him to pieces. And then we have Mari at number 74. Obviously, Mari's awesome. She has an awesome Bible study We went to this thing called Friday Night Fire I think it was 2 weeks ago, and we had a blast there. It's basically this worship thing at night. It's really amazing. And Mario's Heart for God is just really perfect too. Number 75 is Anna Gill, and she actually just had an awesome performance in a play at her school that I watched a couple of weeks ago too, and she really did a great job in them. Even though she had a minor role, it was still an important role, because when you're in drama, every single role is important, because if you don't have the most minor character, you still don't have a character, and the show can't go on unless you have everybody. So it is pretty awesome how that works. You know, you kind of have to be together, and it's the best. Working together is always awesome. So I love Anna, I love Mari, and I love Silly. Really, all three of them are double shoutouts, obviously, because they are basically my three best friends in the world, and I'm really grateful to have them in my life. I did actually give one other shout out in that video to my, well, I don't know if she's a friend. I guess she's a friend. I mean, she's older. I don't know. It's weird to call older people friends, because you want to say, like, they're in authority over you, but I guess they're still friends. But yeah, so the other person is number 76, Christy Pafil. And yeah, so I met her at one of the prophecy workshops I went to with Mari and Anna, and she's really such an awesome person. She's a massage therapist. And we all went out praying for people on that day or something like that. I talked about it in the video if you want to go watch it. I think there was only like 10 views on it, so it is really an underviewed video, but it's still a really cool one. I did some really stupid gimmicky stuff in it though, but yeah. Anyways, moving on, we have the Rhythm of Love cover that I did outside my school. This was because I was going to watch Marin's volleyball game and Ben's soccer game, and it was really just such an awesome time doing so. And in the meantime, I gave shoutouts to 77, my school. Obviously, because I was at my school. There's not much more to say about that, except that I love my school, and I always will love my school. It's really weird. There's been a lot of hate for the school on Facebook lately, though. People have been making really, really drastic hate pages, and I'm like, come on, guys, show the love a little more. But it's okay. You know, teenagers will be teenagers, right? But yeah, that it was the second time I shouted out Waukesha North, just to note that. Number 78 is Anna Litchi, which is Marin's little sister. Now, I kind of feel bad, because during that video, I kind of just said, oh, yeah, Anna, she's Marin's sister. But I kind of want to say more about Anna now. She's just really just like as an individual, because she's really such a sweet person. I have her in my advertising and marketing class. She always is, you know, giving good answers to Kavitsky and stuff. Kavitsky's my advertising and marketing teacher, by the way. And yeah, she's just really active. She's nice. She's kind. She's just amazing, like Marin. You know, I guess it runs in the family. But yeah, and she did really well in the choir too. I think she's the vice president for choir, because she's in freshman choir. So it's really cool that she's already taking a leadership role so young. Then we have number 79, which is Jessica Rogan. Now, Jessica Rogan, at the time of the filming of that video, I was actually just talking to her about coming to Epic sometime soon, and lo and behold, now she has come to Epic since then. And it's been amazing. Just like Taylor, Jessica, I'm so happy that she's coming to Epic and that she's loving it and enjoying it, and really just opening up to all the great things that Epic has to offer. And again, just another plug, you guys should all come on down to Epic. It is the best thing ever. So, moving along, we have number 80, Michaela Pryor. I think her Facebook is Michaela Page or something like that, but yeah, her real name is Michaela Pryor, and yeah, I actually know almost nothing about her at all, but she was one of the freshmen I was assigned at Ignition this year, and I felt like I should give her some kind of a recognition because I was at her volleyball game, so I was like, you know what, let's throw her in the shoutouts too, because I still remember my 3 freshmen that I got assigned to at Freshman Ignition, and even though none of them really talk to me, I do like watching their progress and seeing them grow, because they're really such amazing people, and they have so much potential in them. So I can't wait to see them just continue to become the new North Stars, I guess, once I'm gone. Because you see this beard. I mean, I'm growing out of this place. Faster than I can even realize, man. But anyways, number 81 is another double shout out. It is Ben Clark, and obviously I was watching his soccer game in that video, so that's why I gave him a shout out. Not much more to say than that. I will say I wish I had more classes with Ben this year, though. I don't think I had any classes with him at all this year, and last year I think I had maybe history with him, but yeah, I really don't see Ben enough. I really wish really wish I saw him around more. But anyways, moving on to the next video. This was the first time I sang an original song in a video. Well, besides the last Reflection Archive where I sang the Nothing song. But yeah, for the most part, this was the first time I sang an original song, and it was just the refrain. It was like a really short video. It was only like 2 minutes long. But I gave shoutouts to my friend Jake Hintz because I was at church and I was just coming out of Roots, which is the Sunday morning version of Epic, basically. It's basically just an hour-long Bible discussion group thing where Jake will give a lecture. He'll talk about some kind of a topic. Right now we're on like love and thankfulness, which is really cool. And yeah, it's really just awesome to hear him speak his heart because he's really genuine. He's such a genuine guy, and I really love that about him. And then our other shout-out from that video was number 83, Lily Munchow, which is a double shout-out. The reason I shouted her out is kind of similar to why I shouted out Rachel, because I hadn't seen her in a long time, but on that day I saw Lily again, because she had marching band during that period of time, but then she was finally back at Roots that day. So I was like, you know what, Lily, I love you. Well, not that. No. I was just like, Lily, I'm glad to see you again. And yeah, it was just really awesome seeing her back at Roots again. So yes. Next up, we have Jeremy Simons, number 84. Now, Jeremy is actually a guy that would tell you he hates me. But oh wait, yeah, I should say the video. I shouted him out in the video where I sang "You Make Me Brave." Which is actually the first time I ever really sang a purely religious song. I mean, I was so like out of it that day. My hair was a mess. I really had nothing going for me that day except that I felt like making a video. I was sick too. It was really bad. But I just kind of worshipped. I didn't even sing well. I was just kind of like absorbing the music, kind of like it was really screwy, but it was screwy in a good way. Because once I was done filming it, it actually felt really great to just be so unfiltered and just kind of be really real with how faulty I was. And yeah, just come before the Lord, you know. Anyways, though, Jeremy Simons. So I actually had a field trip with Jeremy Simons that day, which is the reason I shouted him out. I know he actually hates me. Well, he always says he hates me. Obviously, I know he loves me, really. But yeah, we just always, play the love-hate game. And he's one of those guys that's just, always pretending to be negative. But I feel like deep inside his heart, he's a really happy person. Hopefully. I don't know. If he's not, then I need to help him get happy. But, yeah, I mean, I love Jeremy. I really do. Anyways, number 85, we have Amanda Wyexorkowski. And she was the main person I wanted to shout out in that video. Because I think she actually sang You Make Me Brave at Epic that week. Or some week around that time. And the reason I wanted to sing You Make Me Brave is because she sang it so well at Epic. And she's really such an amazing singer, an amazing person. I talk to her a lot on Facebook. And it's really just a blessing to know her on a deeper level. Because she doesn't talk I don't talk as much to her in person. She's a little more quiet. Like I kind of am too. I'm actually a lot more confident than I used to be though. Because when I tell people that I am a quiet person, they're like, bogus! So that's kind of it's actually really, really interesting to think about that in perspective. Like, I was always that shy guy, and I guess maybe I'm not anymore, which is really interesting. But, yeah, anyways, we move on to number 86, which was in my second CarCast ever, CarCast number 2, which I filmed a couple weeks ago or something like that. I was just kind of in the car for like 10 minutes. I filmed another CarCast, just singing a bunch of random songs. First shout out I gave was to my friend Topanga Stanish, and that was a double shout out. And it was because I was singing Timber, because me and her sang that song in the woods really obnoxiously one time, so it was really cool just to sing that again and relive that moment in the car. And then number 87 is Neil Desai, just because he's my number one fan, and I just kind of wanted to give him more. I wanted to give him a double shout. Well, he was my number one fan. I guess he does. I don't know if he watches my videos anymore. Yeah, maybe. But I still love the kid, and I felt like he deserved a spot in the next 50, just because he has made it known that he likes my videos, and I feel like I want to give it back to him. And I think I've seen You Give Love a Bad Name in the car too, so that was really fun. Yeah. All right. We should start speeding up because we still have a couple more to go, and it's been a long video. But anyways, we move on to number 88, which is Dan. Okay, so these 88, 89, and 90 were all during youth convention, which was actually at the beginning of November. So we're really nearing recent times here. And number 88 was Dan Oberman because he was shaking a shake weight at youth convention, and that was really fun. But besides that, Dan really has an awesome sense of humor. He's always so kind and loving to people when they're feeling down. I know a few weeks ago at Epic I was kind of in a slump, but he gave me a hug, and it just completely changed my the whole atmosphere of my day. It's crazy what a little thing like that can do. So I really love Dan for that. Number 89 is Lauren Reagan. There's a lot of special stuff I could say about Lauren, but it is really, really deep and spiritual and personal and stuff like that. But I just want to say that Lauren's amazing, and I love her necklace. So we'll leave it at that. Moving to number 90, we have Cordell McNamara, and he was actually a double shout-out. And yeah, I love Cordell. He always plays soccer and stuff at Epic. He's a really skilled soccer player. And the reason I shouted him out in the video because we both got stranded at the Bluffs, but yeah, not really stranded because we have phones, and obviously you can't really get stranded when you can just call someone and say, "Oh, you forgot us." So it wasn't too big of a deal. Anyways, we move on. Wow, we're down to 2 videos. This is video number 12. The flashback covers in Sweet Home Alabama. We made this one I think last week, so we're really, really getting recent here. But yeah, so number 91 is Corey Fuchs. The reason I sang Sweet Home Alabama was because of him. I kind of feel bad for just throwing it in there completely randomly, though. I feel like I should have given it its own video, but I just really wanted to make sure I got Corey in to a shout out because I really wanted to show the guy that I care about him, show the guy that I didn't forget about him, and yeah, I really love Corey so much. And I think I might even give him another shout out sometime because I feel like that one was kind of just whatever. So we'll see. Number 92 is Allie Kerner. She was in my math group freshman year, but then she left the school. I haven't seen her around lately. I know she used to work at Goodwill. I heard she doesn't anymore, though. And I'm not really sure where she's at besides that. She probably doesn't know I shouted her out in the video at all. But, yeah, it was just such a good time in freshman year. I mean, that video is called Flashback Covers because it was about flashbacks. And freshman year was when Allie was a huge part of my life. And number 93, Megan McCarthy, was also a huge part of my life in freshman year. Which we won't go too deep into. But, I will say that it's nice to be talking to Megan again because I didn't talk to her at all sophomore year, and for pretty much most of this semester junior year. But we're on good terms now, and that's pretty cool. She didn't audition for the musical though. Should have took my advice, but whatever. I'm glad to be in it myself. And then we have number 94, Elena Frkovich, which I'm really sad I haven't seen Elena lately too. Man, there's so many people that I wish I saw more often, but I don't. It's depressing. Anyways, though, by the way, I'm gonna be looking something up as I talk here, because I have a plan for the end of the video. But anyways, Elena Frkovich. Now, the thing about Elena is, she actually left the school too, like Allie, after freshman year. But I did see her at homecoming this year, and it was so great to see her again, because I haven't in so long. And Elena, she always called me her favorite loser, which is a weird compliment, but it's still a favorite, even if it is a loser. And I always considered myself a loser back in the day, so that self-deprecating title was pretty awesome. And I really loved her for that. And then another thing is just, yeah, I can't wait to see her more often again, because... another thing is, she actually... I remember one time, she told me at school that she watched my Soul Sister cover. That's a cover that many people have not watched. I actually made that before I even gave any shout-outs in videos. So it was a really different time for my channel back then. You guys should go check that. It's a really, really different kind of cover compared to what I do nowadays. But yeah, it's really fun. Anyways, we have number 95, which is Paris Briley. He actually did audition for the musical. He's really good friends with Megan, but Megan didn't audition, like I said. And yeah, I really like Paris. He has a really nice personality. He gets along with the girls really well. Just to throw someone out there, Sierra Gardner, who I shouted out in the first 50 shoutouts I ever did. yeah, she and Paris were both hanging out auditioning, and I think they both made it. I didn't actually pay attention to the cast list that much, but I'm pretty sure Paris made it because he's a really likable guy. So I don't know how they could turn him down. Number 96 is Ben Genki. He actually told me he watched my my Rhythm of Love cover at the volleyball game a couple weeks ago. So he actually found my channel. It's really funny though, because he said he found my channel, but he didn't watch the video where he got shouted out in. And then I'm like, "Did you see your shout?" And I'm like, and then he's like, "I got a shout out," and he's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "No," I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm not talking very well right now. I guess that's what happens after you talk for like 20 minutes straight. But 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, I feel like we're even more than 20 minutes. We really need to wrap this up. Okay, number 97 is Michael Mulder. I really love Michael. In drama class freshman year, I think we're actually going to be the only two male seniors in choir next year, which is insane. I really wish there were more singers in my grade, but there really aren't. So I guess that means no competition, though. I mean, I'm gonna be the best singer, or maybe Michael. I don't know. Maybe me. Maybe Michael. We'll see. But yeah, I love Michael. I know he's had some hard times though. Like sometimes he seems really depressed at school. So I just hope he gets through whatever it is that maybe bothering him a little bit. And then we have our video from today or yesterday or whenever this gets posted. It was on Sunday, the November 23rd, which was the last day of this 100 or 50. It was the last like 3 shoutouts of this 50 block. You know, November 23rd was the last day that any of the shoutouts were. So, the first is number 98, Epic. I've talked about it enough in this video already. Epic is a place I know and love. It's a place where you should all come. It's a place where you're going to have a lot of fun on Wednesday nights from 6 to 8. Go listen to the song parody. It's a pretty awesome song parody, everybody was saying. So, it already has like 50 views too in like one day. I mean, granted, I advertised it a little more than I advertised a normal video, but yeah, it's really awesome to see how much play it's been getting so far. Then number 99, we have Patrick Connor Manning. He's an awesome guy. He's actually the reason I started going to Epic, because he spoke at my school for Empowerment Week freshman year, or sophomore year. And yeah, that really just triggered me to go check out his church and youth group and Epic, and then I became a leader, and all that good stuff followed, and my life's amazing now. So yeah, I don't mean to brag, but if you want your life to be amazing too, all you gotta do is come to Epic. It's not that complicated. And then finally we have number 100, Andrew Tom, who I shouted out in that video for absolutely no reason other than I wanted to shout out Andrew Tom as number 100. I was actually considering singing Dark Horse, because I know he suggested that to me a long time ago, and I was like, you know what, maybe now I'm gonna bring it to life. But nah, we didn't end up making it a thing, which is okay. Yeah. I still got to give Andrew the love, and he's really such an awesome dude. He's always going to be just like such a team player, such a great guy. He always cares about his education, he cares about people, he cares about everything. He's a really caring dude, and he actually suggested the Candyland theme for our class's hallway sophomore year, and that hallway is infamous for being the worst hallway ever, but the Candyland theme was alright. I mean, we just didn't do well at it. So, I don't know. But yeah, I love Andrew, and I always will. And that's it. Wow. Yep. 16 double shoutouts, 34 new shoutouts. Oh, by the way, Epic and Connor were doubles. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, they were. Because they were both in my last 52. But yes, so that is it. We're at like 30 minutes now, though, so this is really long. However, we're not done yet, because if you guys remember, in my last Reflection Archive, what I did at the end of the video was I sang one of my original songs. It was the Nothing song, which is probably my favorite of my original songs. But this time I'm going to sing my other original song called I Wanna Sing. Like, it's really literally called I Wanna Sing. Now, this song was written in a time where I thought I was a bad singer for the most part. So the song starts out very dreary. It's actually very dreary almost throughout, but it gets better at the end, and there's a little more positive play on things. This was a song I wrote basically when I thought I couldn't sing, but now 100 shoutouts in, like, all the support I have is incredible, and just you guys being there for me, like, it gives me hope, and that's what the song is gonna eventually get to at the end. So here we go. I want to sing, and then we'll be calling it a day. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and here's to another 50 shoutouts coming up. It's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait. So let's go. Oh, how I ain't feeling good on this night, because I say things just ain't going right. You see, a singer's what I want to be. Well, since I sucked that dream, I just can't see. Oh, how I failed, I'm all alone. I need a small glimmer of hope. I wanna sing, but I can't see how I can do it well. I've failed my destiny. I've looked up vocal training on the net, but through its help nothing good I could get. Now lessons are the things that I must see. Without them singing just won't work for me. Oh, how I failed, I'm all alone. I need a small glimmer of hope. I wanna sing, but I can't see how I can do it well. I've failed my destiny. Even if I get those lessons, I can't say that I'll be feeling better the next day. It might just be my damn eternal curse that I can never sing, I just get worse. Oh, how I fail, I'm all alone. I need a small glimmer of hope. I wanna sing, but I can't see how I can do it well. I've failed my destiny. It looks like it's over. I just can't find a way that a mortal as myself can sing happily. Oh, how I failed, I'm all alone. I need a small glimmer of hope. I wanna sing, but I can't see how I can do it well. I failed my destiny. Wait, stop for a sec. I just realized this isn't it. Wait, look one more time. There's one more verse to this sad rhyme. Though all seemed hopeless, now they're deep within. I realize my true self can always grin. My voice might not be the best on the earth, but believing in myself gives it its worth. I haven't failed, I'm not alone. I have restored a bit of hope. I wanna sing, and now I see that I can do it well as long as I believe. That I can do it well as long as I believe. Boom! Shakalaka. Yeah, so that's all, folks. Yeah, all the Looney Tunes music, whatever. We're done, and it's pretty cool. So we'll see you on the flip side, and like I said in my last video, I cannot wait for December, because that just opens all the doors for all the Christmas carols, and I'm so excited to sing Christmas songs. Oh my gosh, can't wait. So, yeah, here's to an awesome year, or awesome year are awesome. Just future. Future's better, yeah, because year just restricts it to 1 year, but future is everything. But just to speak more in current times, Thanksgiving is this week, so hopefully y'all have a great Thanksgiving, and see you on the flip side. And I think I've done this like 10 times already, but whatever. For realsies, see you on the flip side.